Was so excited because out that our local liquor store sells my favorite burr. Nobody I know drinks that but me. The perfect blend between light and dark and malt and not, and imported and domestic and flavor, and it has a hint of lemon without having to turn my beer into beer lemonade. So, which I still like to do because I like to, you know, get my shot of lemon juice in, fresh lemon juice. Breakfast time. While I'm at it, we got new mugs because I told y'all I loved these mugs, and I thought I was so ballin' with my glass stirrers. Do you remember these? I was just stirring and carrying on and all bougie, but it screwed up the inside. It gave me crazing scratches. Glass against porcelain, not good. So I ended up trading my beautiful bougie glass stirrers for about 1 billion wooden ones. But I like them. I like the wooden stirrers because once I use them, I can rinse them off, pending me rinsing them off soon enough. And I can use them in the garden to mark certain things that I planted that I may or may not remember that I planted. So, random consumer rant aside, I wanted to discuss, since I found my beer, and we all see beer as a man's drink, I thought I'd talk about Think Like a Man. Not just the movie, but the movie and the popularity of the phrase has suddenly inspired this new trend that will never become a trend because people act like they want to improve on, you know, selections they make and building relationships and stuff like that, and they don't. I mean, I can't believe you really want to if you don't make any adjustments to do that. So anywho, I ultimately just want to say that if you have to think like a man in order to be a hell of a woman, then you a sorry ass woman. So you so suck ass of a woman that you have to think like a man. Like a man can be a better woman than you can. So you have to think like him in order to be an awesome woman. You guys are so weak. I can't even wrap my head around how the common thought process must be. I can't even. This is why it took me 8+ years to even go see the movie Waiting to Exhale or any other chick flick as such. The women, you get the white version. The women, what's another one? Oh, the Sex in the City bitches, Girlfriends. Although I actually did like Girlfriends, and Creaky and I watched that a lot. We eventually started calling it the Dunks instead of Girlfriends because they all got swollen around the colon a little bit. I don't know what they were having at craft service, but everybody was having lunch together. It got a little bit on swole, which he has no problem with, but my build is like Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and or Lisa. And I would agree with him if you consider me being built like them on their thickest days, because all of the above are thick women in their, you know, in their meatiest moments. So yeah, I would say that that's true in that case. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Think Like a Man. And I probably won't go see it. If I do go see it, Now will be Regina Hall, because she's one of several underrated black actresses that probably will never really be taken seriously on a mass marketing level. And maybe she doesn't want to. Maybe the whole idea of celebrity is understandably a turn off, and she wants to have a life. So yeah, Regina Hall and Jennifer Lewis. I think she has issues, but I love her still. She is one of those people that even with her issues, I must love her. So, because she has that realness, that gritty realness that like Patti LaBelle and those type of people have, and Adele, both of them. If I go see it, and when that happens, probably will be long after it's out of the theaters and on DVD. Or maybe there's somebody else in there I like. And I just don't realize right now, and I won't until I see it. But whatevs. And then I see, now we're here. So of course, when they do a movie like this, everybody is suddenly equipped to teach you about relationships, even though all of theirs are all screwed up. So I was listening to some of the interviews with some of the people, and they were asking them, what would you do if you could be the opposite sex? And let me just tell you, when you ask this question publicly, what would you do if you could be the opposite sex? And you're going to get a lot of the same answers, which still just cosigns that we got a bunch of, screwed up bitches that think they deserve a healthy relationship. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but whether you really want it or not is all on you. You have all the options in the world. I don't care what you say. There's no good men and all this stuff. No, they just you're not going to be attracted to you in the method, in the the process by which you select, embrace, and nurture relationships. But then you had people saying things like, I would hit it and quit it. Really? Is that what you would do if you could be a man? There were people that, of course, said I would not have consequence about going into things or decisions that I make. I wouldn't have a conscience. That's what it was. I wouldn't have a conscience about some things I do, because women have a conscience about things, and they think them through, and they are emotionally attached. Emotionally attached is not always good, but do you want to not have a conscience? Actually, I think that was my girl that said that. I think that was Regina Hall. No shade on her. Love her. But anyway, and that wasn't nearly as bad as some of those other people. It's so revealing why, when I'm listening to these females, I'm like, I automatically know what kind of relationships they have in their life. Because it's like, really, is that what you would do? You choose fucked up dudes all the time. You choose bitches. You choose dudes that's going to stomp all over you because you clearly don't love yourself enough to make sure that your partner also loves you as much. I mean, I didn't hear one single answer that, somebody said they would dunk a basketball. Whatever. Peace standing up. That was, shall I tell you who said that? Some of you probably already know, because the person whose video it is has a bunch of sorry ass followers that I hope never reproduce, but I know that they're going to be the ones that reproduce the most. The guy that made the movie / wrote the book, I just, I've never been a major fan in general. I respect his hustle and everything, and that he's, doing what he needs to do. But he's never moved me as someone that could show me how to build a healthy relationship. Now, to be fair, and in his defense, his ideas are going to be more productive than most of the sorry bitches that are listening to him. Just, so I do give him credit for that. His efforts are almost always generally more constructive than most of the people out there giving relationship advice. Definitely a lot better than where they are right now. But as far as me personally, he can't. It's really not going to be a whole lot. You can learn anything from a lot of things from a lot of different people of different levels of intellect, but it's not going to be a whole lot he can teach me about building a healthy relationship. And it's sad to me that there are so many people who he can teach a whole lot about building at least a healthier relationships than they have now. But act like a lady, think like a man. How about you act like a lady, think like a hell of a woman? How about you just be a hell of a lady? Ooh, I can't stand it. I know it's going to have its amusing moments, but and I don't have a problem with it. I just don't. It just irks me for someone to complain about their relationships with me knowing the process by which you go into them. How about that's what you get? That's what you get. You know, that's what you get. Think like a man to be an awesome woman. But I mean, I get it. I get the whole think like a man type thing, because actually that's why most of my friends have always been men, or if they or when they're female, they are very strong females, which is a characteristic in its own way of men. But and I love that they're not generally as petty, but that doesn't mean I need to take on the mentality of a man in order to be a lady. I don't even know what to say about these.